Hello and welcome to my first election prediction. This is gonna be kind of like a half election prediction, half like alternate history, obviously, and kind of like a half election night, kind of a mix of all three. Because I'm gonna go across like it's an election night. Won't be the exact like poll closings grouped together, but it'll be pretty close. Then I'll do the swing states, fill them in at the end. I will do margins. Less than 1 is tilt, 1 to 5 is lean, 5 to 10 is likely, and 10 plus is safe. So with that, we have Barack Obama versus Ron Paul. I chose Ron Paul because I think he had the best shot at beating Obama with his charisma and everything, but that's just here nor there. So here we go. Ron Paul would flip Indiana, win Kentucky, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi. He'd win Georgia by a likely margin, same as Romney, as well as West Virginia. Meanwhile, Obama would win all these northeastern states, except New Hampshire. We'll get to that later. Plus New York. All these are swing states. The next poll closings will have Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah. And then Obama would win, the West Coast states as well as Hawaii, Alaska, when there were also Arkansas and Missouri. Obama would win Illinois, his home state, and this pretty much Arizona would go by a likely margin. So Ron Paul, not, huge. Probably about 6, 7 points, roughly. I mean, give or take. And then Ron Paul would win Alaska by a safe margin. So this leaves us with the states that Ron Paul won with margins, and the states Obama won with margins. All these states are so safe Democrat that there really isn't any margins needed. But let's get to the states that do need margins, and that Obama would win Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania by likely margins, probably 7, 8 points. Ron Paul does not really have the Rust Belt appeal. The only person I could see maybe making good inroads and have a shot at winning was Rick Santorum, but he is not the nominee. So there we go. I think Obama would also win New Mexico by likely. Same with Nevada. And that's about it. Or Maine at large would be a likely. All these. Maine at large would probably be safe, to be honest. All these would probably be safe. And speaking of that, Nebraska second would lean to Ron Paul. So, and then all these states are the lean to the lean to tilt. Colorado would lean to Obama because Ron Paul was very moderate socially, libertarian. It's one of the reasons I kind of like him. He'd make it close in Colorado. Would not be tilt, but definitely would be a swing state. And that's it for Obama for here. Meanwhile, Ron Paul would win Ohio by a lean, Iowa by a lean, Ohio, Iowa. He'd also win North Carolina by a lean, similar to Romney. He'd win these two states because he just has that appeal. I mean, his charisma. A lot of the counties in northeastern Iowa, he won those in the primary, so he definitely has appeal in Iowa. Ohio, similar with Rick Santorum, and it was fairly close anyways, starting to trend red. It's a populist state anyways. Ron Paul isn't exactly a populist, but he would get those voters out. So, and then we have New Hampshire, Virginia, and Florida would be the 3 closest states. I think Ron Paul would win every one. I think he'd win Virginia by a tilt. Romney just didn't get out voters. If you look around here and the whole state, it was very winnable. And Romney just didn't have the momentum or whatever. Same with Florida, very winnable, very close. Could have gone either way, but Romney his comments and just the way he ran his campaign, it was horrible. And then New Hampshire is obviously a very hates incumbents and is very libertarian. Those two I think would lead to a Ron Paul victory. So here we go. Election night 2012. Ron Paul would win the presidency over Barack Obama with 276 electoral votes to Barack Obama's 262. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like these, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.